Welcome back to Introduction to iOS Application Development at SSFS. In our last video, we implemented the UIPickerView data source protocol and added the two methods number of components in PickerView and PickerView number of rows in component. So we determined the number of components and then the number of rows in each of those components. So we've done the data source. Now we need to figure out how to put the titles in and then what to do when a picker row is clicked. So we need to actually make a delegate for that behavior as well. So we are going to go ahead and open up the document outline, the main storyboard, and we're going to again control click, hold the control key down and click. Now I have the delegate. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, drag to this delegate and make my view controller also a delegate of the UI picker view. So let me go back, let me close that now that's done. Now again, in order to be a legal delegate, I have to implement certain methods. And the two methods I have, the two methods I have to implement are title for row and did select row and component. So let's go ahead. Well, first of all, before I do that, let's add the picker view delegate. So now it's going to implement this protocol as well. So it's implementing the data source and the delegate. And if I ran this, I would get an error because I haven't implemented the correct methods yet. So let's do function picker view, and it's title for row. Okay. And again, it's taking a row number for a particular component, and it's returning some string that we want to put in that title. So for right now, I'm just going to return a capital N, and then the degree symbol, and then C for degrees Celsius. So what I need to do is I'm actually going to put in the degree symbol. I think it's under the Edit menu, Emoji and Symbols, or Control Command Space. And I have the degree sign as one of my favorites, but I think it's under punctuation and then in the last column. So in order to add the degree sign, I just double click on the degree sign there, and you can see it added it in my code. And now I'm just going to put a capital C for Celsius. So for right now, every single one of my rows will be the same because I'm going to return the exact same string, N for number of degrees, the degree symbol, and C for Celsius in my component. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing each time. Now I'm going to do the picker view did select row, which is the last method I need to implement. And we're not going to put that code in right now, but let's put a reminder. We're going to convert and display the temperature. So right here is where we're actually going to do some conversion and update our label. Okay, so now the picker view is going to use this information to populate our picker. So to see how that's going to work, we're going to add a breakpoint to the did select row. I'm going to just click once there in the margin to get a breakpoint. And I'm going to control click or right click, and I'm going to edit the breakpoint. And then what I want to do, I want to, under action, I want to log a message. And I'm going to write the word selected, and then the @ symbol, row @ symbol. And it's going to show me which row that I picked. So let's go ahead now and run this and see what that looks like. So now you notice that each row looks the same as we thought. And when I select a particular row, let me open up that console. Whoops. It selected 3. Remember, these are 0 indexed. So the first one, did I stop it? I forgot to do, let me stop this. I forgot to do automatically continue. So my breakpoint is stopping my program. I want it to automatically continue. So let's try this again. It's an important box to check. So now when I change it, let me show the console. There we go. So it selected row 2. So 0, 1, 2. It's 0. It always starts with 0. There's 1, 6, and so on. So it shows me which row I've selected. Well, now we've got something happening when we click it. We've got a breakpoint that's giving us that message. It's got some information in there, but it would be a lot better if we actually had some temperatures and we got some conversions to happen, which we'll do that upcoming.